Okay, so Bette Midler is in the news once again. She recently put out a tweet about the death of Joe Jackson, and I'm going to read it to you right now. It says, hashtag Joe Jackson is dead. Hallelujah. A monster who ate, supposed to be hate, his own children. Like in an old Grecian myth. I hated every minute he lived. All times are strange, but this is really beyond the pale. Would Quincy Jones like to weigh in? Always interested. Now, here's the thing. Joe Jackson wasn't the man of the year. He wasn't a saint. Nobody is. But here's the question to Bette Midler. What did Joe Jackson do to you? What did he do? What did he do to you? Why? Like I said, these has to be some sick individuals out here that is sits there rejoicing over somebody's death that hasn't done anything to him. You haven't heard of him abusing his wife. Yeah, did he cheat on his wife? Yes. People cheat on their wife. Does it make him a monster? Does it make them a criminal? Well, you got criminals out there shooting 40 or 50 people in the Caucasian community. But you don't call them anything. You don't call them anything. But Joe Jackson is a monster and you hated him. Now here's the thing. And you talk about these quote unquote liberals, because she says she can't stand Donald Trump. She hates Donald Trump. I don't care how she feels about Donald Trump, whether she doesn't like him or not. I can care less. But why do you hate that man and that man ain't do nothing to you? Why do you feel the need to tweet something out there like that? Why do you feel the need to do something like that? See, this is the problem with some of these Caucasians. They sit there and they don't know when to be quiet. They sit there. Roseanne did the same thing. Tweeted about Valerie Jarrett. Now Bette Midler tweeting about she hating Joe Jackson. Okay, here's the thing. Their children never got in any trouble with the law. Their children didn't do any drugs. Their children had families. Most of their kids had families, raised grandkids, raised their children. That's what they did. And their children and their grandchildren didn't get into any trouble. You don't hear their names in the news. You don't hear them in the news. Okay? But at the end of the day, you have these white folks sitting there telling black people, well, you need to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps. You need to go out there and you need to raise your kids right. But you know what? He raised his kids. And his kids didn't go out there, didn't do drugs, didn't go out there killing people. They were musicians. Yeah, did Michael Jackson have issues? Yes. Yes, he had issues. But you know what? I blame the media, and it was the people around him that he should have understood around him. Because he let everybody in. At some point, you don't let everybody in. And you had enablers enabling him because they were out for the money. Okay, and yeah, I had my questions about Michael, but at the end of the day, Michael never got in any trouble with the law. He just, he unorthodox? Did he do some things that were questionable? Yes. Now, do I believe he molested those kids? No. I just think people are trying to capitalize and get a payday off of him. But continuing. This is what people do when it comes to black people. They tell you to pull yourself up. If you don't commit crimes, you won't die. This guy was married, raised his kids. Kids had families of their own, was successful in the music business. And people are still not happy. They're never happy. And no matter what you do or how successful you are going to be hated. you're just going to be hated. And there's nothing. And that's why I tell black people, stop getting mad when certain people say certain things. Because that's what they are. That's what they are. They will never like you. I don't care how successful you get. They will never like you. And you have to accept that. So I'm not telling you, saying this so you can get mad and go to her tweet and start attacking her and threatening to kill her. But at the end of the day, and these liberals and what they saying, liberals think they care about black people. They don't care about black people. They don't care about you like that. And the sooner is you start to accept that, the better that will be. We don't want to accept it. We just want to sit here and just say, oh, we care about each other. They like us. No, come on. And Phil made a video yesterday about it, saying you're going to vote for another person because the other person is evil or might be racist. But what is that other person you're voting for? What are they doing for you? They're doing nothing. You're just voting for the other person because you don't like that person because he's an evil monster. That's what you're doing. And they ain't even say what they're going to do for you. You ain't demanding them to do anything for you or to give you anything. But you just go casting your vote out there. That's just the way it is. But, you know, this is what they think of you. And I'm not mad about what she said because I know what she is. I was never a Bette Midler fan, never cared for her like that. But to sit there and to celebrate over a man's death, I'm surprised she didn't throw a party over his death. To be disrespectful like that in a time of grieving, it's disrespectful to the family. And I'm sure the family's going to speak out about it, and I hope they do. Leave comments, like the video, and subscribe.